We want to get straight out to breaking news tonight. Within the last hour, we've learned at least 5 people were shot in a parking lot near a Safeway in South Seattle during a community event. It was a chaotic scene near the Safeway along Rainier Avenue South and Rainier Beach. Shoppers and community volunteers were left standing outside as first responders rushed through the area. And tonight, not only was the Seattle police chief there, Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell was also on scene. KOMO's Hannah Knowles is there live tonight. Hannah, you just finished talking with the chief and the mayor.
We did, and both of them said tonight is a tragedy. 5 people shot, 4 transported to Harborview Medical Center, and 2 listed as critical. As you can see behind us, the scene is starting to clear, but that is not what it looked like when we first got here just after 9 o'clock. It was chaotic. The chief did confirm that the gunfire came from the parking lot of what was formerly the King's Donut. Tonight, a community event was taking place in the parking lot with Rainier Beach leaders and people in the community. The police chief said several dozens of rounds of shell casings have been picked up in the parking lot. Both city officials said getting gun violence under control is their top priority.
The gun violence issues that have been hitting our city, we've seen it rise and sometimes slow down at times, but right now we've really got to get guns off the streets. Right, we've had recovered probably the highest amount of guns since in the 15 years that we've been tracking this.
And the tragedy here is, while we're trying to do all the positive things, we see what we saw. We saw hatred and irresponsibility through this kind of shooting.
Right now, police are investigating the motive and do not have a suspect description, but the chief did say they believe 2 people are possibly behind the gunfire. As we've been saying, chaotic is the only way I can describe it. There was police officers, firefighters, paramedics, crowds of shoppers everywhere you looked. People were actually on lockdown inside the Safeway when we first arrived. I talked to a resident who lives a few streets away. He said he heard at least 20 gunshots go off. They came down here, and this was the scene that they saw. Police are asking anyone with information, video, photos from tonight's shooting to send it into their tip line, or you can call the Seattle Police Department. Live in Rainier Beach, Hannah Knowles, KOMO News.